As Valentine's Day approaches, anticipation fills the air. Across the country, people are making plans for romantic dinners, thoughtful gifts, and special moments with loved ones. The excitement is palpable, with restaurants booking up and florists preparing for one of their busiest days of the year. But while hearts and flowers are on everyone's mind, there's another force quietly building in the background, one that could change the mood of the holiday entirely. Many are planning for romance, hoping for clear skies and perfect weather to set the scene for their celebrations. Couples stroll hand in hand, perhaps imagining a sunset walk or a cozy evening out. But this year, nature has its own plans, and they might not include a picture-perfect evening. Instead, the weather has other ideas. The atmosphere is shifting, and a dramatic change is on the horizon. The skies are darkening, and the first hints of rain are beginning to fall, signaling that something significant is brewing. A major storm system is brewing, targeting the southern United States for the holiday weekend. Meteorologists are tracking a powerful front, with satellite images revealing a swirling mass of clouds and radar showing a steady march toward the region. This isn't just a passing shower, it's a system with the potential to impact millions. Instead of a quiet, cozy evening, millions could experience drenching rain and thunder. The sound of raindrops on rooftops may replace the gentle hum of love songs, and flashes of lightning could light up the night sky, creating a dramatic backdrop for Valentine's Day plans. The storm is set to arrive Friday, February 13th, and linger through the weekend. This means that the entire holiday period could be marked by persistent rain, making outdoor activities challenging and prompting many to rethink their plans. Unlike a winter wonderland, this event will bring widespread, soaking rain rather than snow. For those hoping for a picturesque snowy Valentine's Day, this year's weather will be a stark contrast. Gray skies, wet streets, and the steady rhythm of rainfall. For some, the rain is welcome. For others, it could mean flooding and disruption. Low-lying neighborhoods may see water pooling on roads, and those living near rivers or streams should be especially cautious. The risk of flash flooding is real, and travel plans could be affected. Emergency crews are already preparing for the possibility of high water, and local officials are urging residents to stay informed and take precautions. Simple steps like clearing storm drains and having an emergency kit ready can make a big difference. The clash of cold northern air and warm Gulf moisture is fueling this system, priming the South for a dynamic weather event. This collision of air masses is a classic recipe for heavy rain, gusty winds, and even the chance of severe thunderstorms in some areas. As you finalize your plans, factor in the forecast. Candlelit dinners may be accompanied by the sound of rain and flashes of lightning. If you're planning to travel, allow extra time and check for weather updates before heading out. For those staying in, a cozy night indoors might be the safest and most romantic option. Stay alert, not alarmed. Understanding the risks, from heavy downpours to possible thunderstorms, is key. Local news stations and weather apps will provide the latest updates, so keep an eye on alerts and be ready to adjust your plans, if needed. Meteorologists will refine the forecast in the coming days, but consider this your early warning. The situation can change quickly, and staying informed is the best way to avoid surprises. A major weather event is on the way. Being informed is the best way to keep your holiday safe and memorable. Share updates with friends and family, and make sure everyone knows what to expect. Prepare now, and you'll be ready for whatever Mother Nature brings. With a little planning and flexibility, you can still make this Valentine's Day special, rain or shine. Every storm has a journey, and this one begins in the plains, organizing over Texas and Oklahoma on Friday. As it gathers strength, it will march eastward, moving into the deep south by Saturday. States like Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama will be in the storm's direct path during the Valentine's weekend peak. The storm's slow movement means rain will linger, increasing flood risk. By Sunday, the system reaches the Atlantic, impacting Georgia, the Carolinas, and the southern Appalachians. This west to east track is typical for winter, but the abundant Gulf moisture makes this storm especially potent. The storm's effects will be felt far beyond its center. Few in the southeast will escape the rain. From the Gulf Coast to the Ohio Valley, clouds and wet weather will dominate. Knowing the storm's path helps you plan and prepare before the first drops fall. The headline for this storm is rain, lots of it. We're not talking about a passing shower or a quick thunderstorm. This is a multi-day event, with the potential to bring relentless soaking rain to millions of people across the southern United States. The atmosphere is primed for a major rain event, and the impacts could be felt far and wide. Forecasts call for prolonged drenching rainfall across the southern U.S., with the potential for rain to fall steadily for hours, even days, at a time. Cities and towns from Texas to Georgia are bracing for what could be one of the wettest weekends of the year. This deluge is being fueled by a steady stream of moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, which is acting like a conveyor belt, delivering wave after wave of rain-laden air into the region. As this moisture-laden air collides with a slow-moving front, it's squeezed out as heavy rain, sometimes falling at rates of an inch or more per hour. Widespread totals of 1 to 4 inches are expected, but some areas could see much more, up to 6 inches or even higher, where thunderstorms train over the same spot, dumping rain hour after hour. these training storms can turn a quiet neighborhood into a flood zone in a matter of hours. That's tens of thousands of gallons per acre. Imagine that over entire states. Fields, roads, and neighborhoods could be transformed into temporary lakes, and the sheer volume of water is staggering. For farmers, this could mean waterlogged crops and delayed planting. For drivers, it could mean impassable roads and dangerous travel conditions. The heaviest rain will fall along the storm's main track, where the front stalls and moisture keep streaming in. But even areas outside the bullseye will see significant rainfall, enough to cause problems of their own. The soaking will be regional, not just local. Multiple states will be affected, and the impacts will be felt from rural communities to major cities. Rain will be widespread, and few will escape the wet weather. Flash flooding is a real concern, especially in urban areas and places with poor drainage. City streets can quickly become rivers, and storm drains may be unable to keep up with the deluge. In just minutes, a heavy downpour can turn a familiar intersection into a dangerous, fast-moving stream. Even areas not prone to river flooding should be alert. Small streams and creeks can rise quickly. It doesn't take much for a trickling creek to become a raging torrent, especially when the ground is already saturated. The storm's slow pace means rain will persist from Friday through Sunday, saturating the ground. With each passing hour, the risk of flooding increases, as the soil loses its ability to absorb more water. Once the soil is saturated, any additional rain becomes dangerous runoff. Water will flow over the surface, heading for the lowest points, creeks, rivers, and, unfortunately, sometimes homes and businesses. Rapid rises in streams and rivers are likely, especially where downpours are most intense. Water levels can surge in a matter of minutes, catching people off guard if they're not paying attention. The combination of heavy rates and long duration is what has forecasters most concerned. It's not just how much rain falls, but how quickly and for how long. This is the kind of setup that can lead to significant, widespread flooding. Stay weather aware and be ready to act if flooding develops. Have a plan in place, know your evacuation routes, and don't take chances with flooded roads. Remember, it only takes a few inches of moving water to sweep a car away. This is a weekend to keep an eye on the sky and the forecast. Stay tuned to local updates, check your weather apps frequently, and be prepared to move quickly if conditions worsen. With so much rain on the way, it's better to be safe than sorry. Heavy rain isn't the only threat. Severe storms are possible too. On Saturday, February 14th, the setup could produce damaging winds, hail, and even isolated tornadoes, especially from Louisiana to Alabama and into Tennessee. The clash of warm Gulf air and colder northern air creates instability, fueling these storms. Residents in the risk zone should have multiple ways to receive weather warnings. Conditions can change fast. Damaging winds and hail are the main threats, but tornadoes can't be ruled out. Review your severe weather plan. Know your safe place and keep your phone charged. The severe threat is focused, but everyone in the area should be prepared. Not all will see severe storms, but vigilance is key. Weather radios and alerts can save lives. Don't ignore warnings. Stay safe, stay informed, and be ready to act quickly if severe weather strikes. While rain dominates, a brief wintry mix is possible on the storm's northern edge. Parts of North Carolina and southern Virginia could see snow or ice late Friday or early Saturday before changing to rain. Even a thin glaze of ice can make roads treacherous. Travel disruptions are possible. Further west, most areas will see cold rain, but temperatures near freezing could bring brief slick spots. Any shift in the storm's track or temperature could change the forecast, so stay updated. The wintry threat will be short-lived as warmer air takes over. For those in the potential ice zone, be prepared for slippery conditions at the weekend start. The main story remains rain, but don't let your guard down if you're in the wintry mix area. This storm is a double-edged sword for the South. On one hand, widespread rain is welcome news for drought-stricken areas from Texas to the Carolinas. Slow, steady rain can replenish groundwater, revive crops, and reduce wildfire risk. For many, this could be the drought-buster they've hoped for. But too much rain, too quickly, can turn blessing into hazard. Hard, dry soil can't absorb heavy rain fast enough, leading to rapid runoff and flash flooding. Low-lying roads and poor drainage areas are especially vulnerable. The heaviest rain, up to 6 inches in spots, poses the greatest flood risk. Small streams can become torrents in hours. Hope for drought relief, but stay vigilant for flooding. In weather, too much of a good thing can quickly become dangerous. Forecasts always come with uncertainty, and a northward shift in the storm's track could change everything. If the system curves toward the Great Lakes, severe weather risks would move north into the Mississippi and Ohio valleys. States like Kentucky, Indiana, and Ohio could face a more volatile setup, while the Gulf Coast might see less severe weather. The winter weather threat would also shift, with the northeast at risk for significant snow and ice. Meanwhile, the southeast would see less rain, and drought relief could be limited. This scenario is less likely, but it's a reminder to stay updated as the storm approaches. A shift of just 100 miles can mean the difference between rain, severe storms, or snow. Keep watching the forecast. Things can change quickly. When a major storm is forecasted for the weekend, the best thing you can do is prepare ahead of time. Storms can develop quickly and bring unexpected hazards, so taking action before the first raindrop falls is crucial for your safety and peace of mind. Make sure you have several reliable ways to receive weather alerts. A NOAA weather radio is a dependable source, but also set up emergency notifications on your smartphone and keep an eye on local news broadcasts. This way, you'll never miss an important update even if the power goes out or you're away from home. If you need to travel, remember that heavy rain can make roads treacherous. Never attempt to drive through flooded streets, no matter how shallow the water may seem. It only takes a small amount of water to stall your car or sweep it away. Always heed the warning. Turn around, don't drown. Floodwaters are more powerful than they appear. Just 6 inches of fast-moving water can knock an adult off their feet, and a foot of water can carry away most vehicles. Never underestimate the force of moving water. Your safety is worth more than any shortcut. At home, take time to clear gutters and downspouts of leaves and debris. This simple step helps rainwater drain away from your house, reducing the risk of flooding and water damage. Check that storm drains near your property are also clear, and secure any outdoor furniture or items that could become dangerous in high winds. If you live in a flood-prone area, it's especially important to know your evacuation routes and have a plan in place. Review your community's emergency procedures and make sure everyone in your household knows what to do and where to go if an evacuation is ordered. Practice your plans so you can act quickly if needed. Prepare an emergency kit with essentials you might need if you lose power or have to leave home. Include flashlights, extra batteries, a first aid kit, necessary medications, and enough non-perishable food and water to last at least 72 hours. Don't forget important documents, pet supplies, and a portable phone charger. When a severe weather warning is issued, don't hesitate. Move to your safe place immediately. The safest spot is on the lowest floor of your home, away from windows and exterior walls. Bring your emergency kit with you, and make sure everyone in your family knows where to go. Remember, mobile homes and vehicles offer little protection from severe storms. If you're in either, get to a sturdy building as soon as possible. Don't wait until the last minute. Storms can intensify quickly and safe shelter is your best protection. Don't wait to see the storm before you act. As soon as you receive a warning, take immediate steps to protect yourself and your loved ones. Quick action can make all the difference in an emergency. Even simple steps, like practicing emergency drills and reassuring children, can help everyone stay calm and safe during a storm. Preparation brings confidence, and confidence brings peace of mind. Stay alert by monitoring weather updates throughout the storm. Remain indoors and away from windows, and check on neighbors who may need extra help. With the right preparation, you can weather the weekend safely and confidently. Remember, the steps you take now will bring you peace of mind when the storm arrives, and help ensure you and your loved ones stay safe, no matter what the weekend brings. As the storm moves out by late Sunday, calm will return to the south. Communities will assess the impact, full creeks, saturated ground, and hopefully, much-needed drought relief. The rain will bring a burst of life, reduce wildfire risk, and replenish water supplies. Despite the disruption, the storm's legacy could be positive, breaking a long drought for many. Every storm is a learning experience. Review what worked and what can be improved for next time. Weathering a storm together can strengthen community bonds and resilience. As February continues, we move forward with relief, gratitude, and the promise of spring. The Valentine's Day storm will be remembered for its power and its silver linings.